Bear Squad, what is up? It is Polar Bear here, and we are at our Subaru dealership location thing. I'm trying to figure my hat cam out. I haven't worn this thing in a few days, so it wasn't sitting just right. But guys, I'm super stoked. We've got the battery problem solved on the GoPro, so now... Oh, what happened? Everything fell down. So now, I will never run out of batteries because I got 3 of them charging in the van at all times. So we've got a little bit of pre-kitting done. I used the NIAC software to tell exactly how much I needed of each item. We are kind of out of, what was it, Sunkissed. And it appears as though my cost for 20 ounce bottles has gone up. So in response to this, what I'm going to do is, I don't do it today in this video, but it's going to happen the next time I visit this location. So I'm going to give them one of 2 options. We're either going to have to up the prices from $150 to $175 for a bottle of soda, or we can switch to cans and we can drop the prices 50 cents instead. I'm hoping that they go for the cans, because I don't really like dealing with the 20 ounce bottles anyway. Is that not the cutest dog ever? We had some Mountain Dew, looks like it fell on top of our Snickers. Something we're going to be doing, we don't do it today, but something we're going to be doing in the next couple of videos is we're going to be filling all these machines to capacity, because we're going to be putting credit card readers on them soon. And we will not be visiting locations unless they absolutely need me to visit it. Oh, there goes the Snickers. There goes the Snickers. It's the dog's fault. No, it's not. The dog's too cute for that. The dog's having a blast. He's running all over the place. So it's been like a week, I think, since we've come through and filled this machine up. That guy right there is actually the guy I need to talk to about the prices on the machines. He's the big guy in charge. Look at how far out of product we are. We're super out of product. We're also going to start putting Danishes in these locations. We're going to pull the ramen noodles. They're not selling at all. So we're going to put some Danishes in there for $1 a piece. About double the money on the Danishes. The chips are the bread and butter. I can say that right now. Chips are definitely bread and butter. Now that we've switched... This guy... This guy was great. He was like, "What are you filming for?" It's like, YouTube, man. YouTube. Notice I'm taking the bags of chips that are older, and I'm trying to press them to the front a little bit. I wind up messing around with this. Well, maybe I didn't mess around with it so much at this location. I definitely mess around with it a lot at Tire Warehouse, and you'll see that video tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure. I think you'll see it tomorrow, but I'm wicked excited that BJ's has permanently reestablished the Chex Mix combo packs. I really like having the Chex Mix in my machines. Although we are going to start ordering online from Sam's Club and have stuff delivered. We got to see about caramel M&Ms, because BJ's is telling me that they never existed and they never sold them. That's happened a lot with the Cheez-Its. The Cheez-Its are coming with open bags, and it's driving me absolutely batty. It's driving me nuts. So yep, super happy about the Chex Mix coming back. We are going to put the Chex Mix behind the product that needs to sell first. And this location's pretty good about buying up the old product. And as long as I do it in this manner, I don't seem to get any expired product. I'm sure I'll probably catch some flack for it, but, you know, it works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it works for me. So I will continue to do things that way. And I think people kind of understand that the product needs to go through. You know, you got to get the product sold. These bold Chex Mix bags, I don't know what it is about them, but people love those suckers. They sell better than any other one there. You know, it doesn't sell so great as the cheese ones that I already put in there. The originals and the Chex Mix ones. That was my phone, not yours. Just so you know. Here, I'll turn that down right now. These have started selling really well. Smart Food has changed up their packaging a little bit, and I'm glad they did. It's selling really, really well. I'm not sure if it's the packaging itself that is doing it, but I do have to say they are selling a bit better now that I've shut my ringer off on my phone. I love it when a Facebook comment goes through and you guys hear that, and then I'll get like 2 or 3 comments where someone's just like, definitely checked my phone because I thought it was my phone. That must mean that I've got awesome audio quality. Alright, so we're going to start filling up with the good old Fritos chili. Fritos chili don't actually sell that well, obviously, because they're lining the entire front right now. But they'll eat them up. They'll see the ones behind it and they'll eat them up. They always do. Do need to get the ramen out of these machines. So what I'm going to do is I've got like a main stock that I use for the salsa bottling plant. And then I've created a entire second stock. And the second stock is something that I carry with me all the time. And when I go to service a location, I'm servicing one location at a time. When I go to service a location, after recording the profits and stuff like that, I'll go and pick up the stuff that we used all of. So if we use a whole thing of chips, we'll go back and we'll replace the chips. I don't really want to put chips in a machine unless I'm going to use an entire box. If I've got 50 empty spaces, then I will open a thing and put it in there. But I want to make sure that I'm going to have 50 empty spaces before I go in there. I've mentioned it in the past. We are about to order 7 credit card readers. I have 10 more machines that need credit card readers. However, 3 of them need board upgrades in order for me to do that. So we're going to get the 7 that are ready, and then we'll get the board upgrades in the next couple months, and then we'll get the rest of them all on credit card readers. This will make it so I can spread them out, and the goal is to not collect the machine until it hits 250. So I'm not wasting a drive down anywhere, you know, and we're getting a reasonable amount of profit out of everything. And that's the goal of it anyway. I don't know if it's going to play out like that. I'm curious. I want to know, those of you who have been in the business longer than I have and watch my videos tend to give me very good advice. I'd like to know, do you use this strategy, or have you ever used the strategy of using your credit card reader as a signal to go fill your machine? And do you have a set dollar amount that you try to achieve before going to visit your machines? If so, comment below. I want to know what it is, because I really am curious. I have tried several things out to try to, you know, try to get my profit margins up there and try to be more efficient while making YouTube content, which is very difficult. But I definitely want to be more efficient, so I'm all for any suggestions that anyone has on that. We've got the Cheetos going in here. Realistically, I probably could have fit two boxes of chips in here. And in the future, I think we're going to do that because it'll give us 10 selections of chips. Depending on how many spaces I actually have, because we're going to be using 3 of those columns for Chex Mix. So we'll see what it comes out to. We're going to fill some of these up. See, I go to fill all these up, but then I don't worry about the second shelf at all. That was kind of silly. I didn't even realize I did that. But this shelf is completely full. We don't have to worry about this shelf at all. Oh, it's almost completely full. Definitely need to stick some of those in there. So I'm trying to avoid ever having empty columns. Mid-video yawn at 9:30 in the morning. Look at me go. Sorry about that, guys. It happens. So this is another thing. Someone mentioned 5 rows of Skittles. There are 3 rows of Skittles, and the reason that there are 3 rows of the same Skittles is because a significantly larger portion of the regular Skittles comes in the box than anything else. So if we ever, or when we replace that, we'll leave the 3 rows of Skittles, but in the back of one of them there will be sour Skittles, and then the wild berry Skittles as well. Aw, Snickers. So the next time we service this location, we are going to be filling the machine to the brim. I'm hoping the next time we service this location, we're also going to be installing a credit card reader. I'm not making any promises on that one, but that's the hope. I'd really like to see that happen. So I think this machine's actually got a plate you can take right out, and the credit card reader should fit into where that plate is fine. So we're not going to have a whole lot of sales here, but guys, I'm so stoked. We've got the credit card reader on the snack machine working at the salsa bottling plant, and I've been monitoring it, and you can literally just wait until you hit a certain dollar amount and be like, all right, it's time to go service that machine. As long as you've got it set up well enough that one thing, like, you don't want to have too many empty holes, right? That's another question I have. How many empty holes? Like, you want to have a couple empty holes, but you don't want to have a lot of them, because that means you're providing poor customer service, right? So I want to know how many empty holes is reasonable, how many empty holes is too much, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. Aren't those VP OS touches amazing? Beautiful machines. I'm gonna take my hat off for a second while I put the password in. I was like, how do I put the password in and not put it on YouTube? So that's what I did. That guy looked at me right when I put the camera down. So what we're doing, I didn't know how to do this before. What we're doing is we're filling the machine up in the software, and we are also emptying the cash bin. When you empty, I didn't know how to empty the cash bin before, so I'm wicked excited about this. I was hoping there was a way to fill to a certain amount, because we don't actually have everything that we need for this location, but I don't think that there actually is. So we're gonna move some stuff around. I think we wind up using a pretty significant amount of the product that I brought in, so we definitely need to have the conversation with them very soon about the bottles. And I'll keep the water. Water hasn't really changed in price, and I don't mind making a 50% margin on that, but I would love to be able to drop the prices and increase my margin. And actually, what we would really increase is we would increase our sales capacity. So I can fit about 52 cans in each one of these columns, where I can only fit 23 bottles. If you really squish them, you can get 24 in there, but I don't particularly like squishing them. I feel like they're gonna pop. I've got some friends that have told me they won't, but I feel like they're gonna pop if I squish them too much. So we're gonna fill this the best we can. This was actually a really efficient run overall. See how hard it was to push that one in? I was able to bring in the product for both machines on the cart. I am starting to think that it is time to invest in a larger cart. Something with pneumatic wheels that's easier to get over stuff, because this cart has done really, really well for me, but it's cheap. It didn't cost me a lot of money, and it's just getting to a point now where I have to carry so much stuff when I go into places, and if I'm going to be waiting until I hit the 250 mark on each machine, I'm really going to need to have a big cart to bring everything in. I was looking at some posts on a forum online the other day, and I saw a guy with a cart significantly bigger than mine saying the same exact thing, that he needed a bigger cart. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be like an ongoing thing for the rest of my career in vending. Which is totally fine. I kind of like it. You know, it's a bit of a thrill to look at your credit card reader updates and see like how much money it's making, and just know that when you go to collect on that location, you're going to have like a decent amount that you're going to be pulling out of it. You already know. It's just, I don't know. There's something exciting about it. It's weird, I know, but it gets your blood rolling. It's like, man, this is awesome. I'm about to pull $250 out of a machine. Seeing that full bill acceptor, there's nothing like seeing that full bill acceptor. That's the coolest feeling in the world. Alright, so we got the grape soda. Fill that to the brim. So I forgot my phone today. I can't believe I haven't mentioned that yet. I completely forgot my phone. We didn't do any service in Vensoft, so we're going to be all sorts of screwed up there. But I have a tablet. I've gotten a tablet that I'm going to wipe. We're going to completely wipe the tablet, and this tablet will be specifically for, I just happen to be holding it in my hands right now. This tablet will be specifically for running this route and entering stuff in Vensoft. I just need to remember how it works. So I originally had given it to my daughter, but she doesn't use it. So I've decided that instead of that, we'll just use it for the run. Because a lot of people are just like, why aren't you using a tablet instead of your phone? I'm like, well, A, I don't really have the money. B, well, I'm starting to get there now. We're starting to do a lot better financially now. Yeah, I don't have a good reason anymore. I've got one, so we're gonna use it. We're just gonna use it. So we gotta run back out to the van real quick, because I didn't realize we were quite that much out of water. We're gonna run back to the van, get some water, and fill that sucker up. And I'm really hoping that this conversation with the business owner goes over well. Like I'm hoping. I guess it's a win-win either way, because we're gonna either up our prices to $175 a piece, or we're going to lower our prices 50 cents and increase our margins. So we're gonna increase our margin either way. I would much prefer the can capacity over the. Yep, you know what? Maybe we're not going to use this thing. It says it's got a low battery. I don't know. We'll try charging it, see what happens. Thought it had 100% the other day. We're going to put our Snickers back. We put pretty much everything back. We just got to grab the water real quick. We'll use a crate to put whatever we don't use for water back. So everyone was right and I was wrong about the storage unit. We had our first incident the other day. We lost an entire box of Cheez-Its and an entire box of Famous Amos. So I have since pulled all of the food product out of our storage unit and back in the house. Although I have an office in the house now, so it's not quite as big a deal. Before, it was a serious problem because they didn't want me operating a business out of my condo or whatever, my HOA. And I reached out to them. I said, I'm operating an office out of my downstairs room, and I'm keeping product in there. Is this a problem? And they said it's not a problem. So I don't know if the lady was just in a good mood that day or what. Seems like it's hit or miss with HOAs. They're either really good or really bad. One of the two. Never know. But we're going to fill this guy up. And that's as full as we're going to be able to get this machine. I think we're going to run through. I'm hoping if he goes with the can thing, what we're going to do is we're going to sell out of everything first. So we'll use up the rest of the product we have, and we'll keep the prices at $1.50 until we use up all that product. But if he wants us to do the 175 on the bottles, I'm gonna instantaneously set everything to 175. Put it up. But even at 175, the gas station across the way is selling them for 198. So I'm still priced better than them. It just stinks because prices went up everywhere for everything. The candy prices went up too. That Snickers box used to be $29.99 and now it's $34.99 for that pack. That's about it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Remember to love life, live your dreams. Have a good one.